Howdy ho, dickheads, it's me once again, Dick Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. We're going to be doing a premiere draft Secrets of Strixhaven today. It's not the first day of the format anymore, but it is the first week of the format. We're moving into best of one because we're doing ranked now, and also because I feel like people don't like to play best of three beyond like the first week, so it's okay. Anyway, before we get into it, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy what you see, please like, share, and subscribe, but more importantly, come on over to twitch.tv/Record. Link in the description where you can catch me streaming video games, leather crafting, and other sort of nonsense every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from around 4 to around 8 Eastern Standard Time. With that out of the way, hey, looks like we're ready already for pack one. Pick one. What are we getting? Ooh, a Sylvan Library. Hold on. Whoa, there's also a Together as One, Conciliator's Duelist. So Together as One is for the Converge deck, right? You want to play the Converge deck here. I feel like you don't take it right away. Draw X cards, X damage to any target. You gain X life, where X is the number of colors meant to cast a spell. It feels like it can go into any deck. When this creature enters, draw a card. Each player loses a life. I think that's pretty good. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, exile one target creature, return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. That's also like a huge payoff. So it is really, and there's also a Brotherhood at the end. This pack is like jack stacked up the crap. I don't know. When you cast a spell, you make, while you control a creature, you may copy this spell. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Each opponent loses one life and you gain a life. I think, wow, okay. So white's one of the better colors, so I think that's why I want to get the Conciliator's Duelist first. Earlier, also because like it is a 2-for-1, right? It's a 4/3 that draws you a card. Oh, each player. Wait, no. You draw a card, each player loses a life. Okay. There's a Bitter Triumph. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. That seems good. There's also Killian's Confidence. Target creature gets +1/+1, draw a card. Ooh, wait. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, you may pay Orzhov. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. That's actually really good. Is it better than Bitter Triumph, which is destroy target creature or planeswalker? I feel like the Bitter Triumph won't wheel. The Killian's Confidence probably will, but here's the thing about Killian's Confidence. This is like one of the better engines to fuel the Silver Quill deck, which cares about the, I think it's repartee, where you target a creature with a thing. So does Bitter Triumph, but you can keep rebuying this. One or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player. You may pay 1. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. And every time you cast it, it draws you a card and it makes the creature bigger. I'm going to take the Killian's Confidence, knowing full well that not taking the Bitter Triumph might be a mistake. There's a Repel Calamity, destroy target big creature. There's a Stand Up for Yourself, destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. Power or toughness 4 or greater. That might actually be better than Stand Up for Yourself, because this is more flexible. What else do we have here? There's a Terramorphic Expanse. Essence Knit Scholar is pretty good, right? You're getting an end step. If a creature died under your control, draw a card. Blazing Fire Singer. I don't know how I feel about the Seething Song part of this. Target creature gains flying. This is actually a pretty good one. A 2/3 flyer for 3. Windrake, blown the hell out. I'm going to take the Repel Calamity. It just costs less, and I think it has a wider target base than power 3 or greater creature. So yeah, let's take the Repel Calamity. Wow. Lorehold Charm. Rehearsed Debater. This creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. There's Lorehold Charm. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token artifact. Return a small thing, or creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain trample. Can we splash for that? That seems really good. When this creature enters, exile target non-creature non-land card from your graveyard. Until end of your next turn, you may cast that card. Non-creature, non-land card. That seems pretty good too. Part of me wants to just take the Lorehold Charm. What's the Sky Coach do? Search your basic land, reveal it, put it in your hand, and then shuffle. Oh, wow. That seems underrated. A 3-mana 3/2, that Pilgrim's Eyes. I'm going to take the Skyraven Sky Coach, because this can help us splash for something, right? Duty Beyond Death. Creatures you control getting indestructible. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. As additional cost to cast a spell, exile 2 cards from your graveyard or pay another 2 flying vigilance. This is beating the piss out of me. Summon Dromedary is also just like return this card from your graveyard to your hand. which can also, as a 4/3 vigilance, beat the piss out of me. And it just like keeps coming back. There's a rabbit attack. There's an Imperious Ink Mage, which I'm not like the biggest fan of. Shattered Acolyte, I don't mind as a 2-drop. Stone Docent. I think this is more for the, I mean, these are lore hold cards, first and foremost, right? Soaring Stone Glider, Summon Dromedary, and Stone Docent. That said, I would like the Dromedary, if only because like you chump block with it. Maybe it trades, it comes back. Maybe it trades, it comes back. There's another one. Ooh, whenever one or more cards leave your graveyard, target creature, this creature gets +1/+1. There's also a Zombifi. There's a Burog, Banemaker, 1/1 Death Touch, and you can pump it, so it's got a little bit of that shade on it. I'm gonna take another Dromedary. I don't care. Like, I like Dromedary. I like Dromedary a lot. It's a very grindy card. It is for the red-white deck. We are in the black-white, possibly. We might just splash for black. I don't know. Oh my god, there's a Colossus. There's an honor-bound page. This creature enters prepared. Target creature gets +1/+0 and flying. And it's a 3/3 first striker. I like Colossus of the Bound Age a lot. Gain 2, you may discard a card if you do draw 2. I like Colossus a lot. I actually feel like we could splash that too. Because it's a 6-drop, so we would just be splashing like 1 red mana, right? So I'm going to take that. I know that honor-bound page is like fine. But this one is a 3-for-1. It enters, it Lightning Helixes your opponent, so that's like a card's worth of value right there. And then when it dies, you draw a card, plus you loot away any of your cards that you don't want. Exile target non-land permanent and the top card. For each of those turns, its owner may play it until the end of their next turn. That's strange. Render Speechless is the Thoughtseize effect, right? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. There's a Fields of Strife, and there's a Cheerful Osteomancer. I think I take the Fields of Strife before I take the Osteomancer because we have 2 things that get themselves back from the graveyard already, and we don't necessarily have anything that I specifically want to grab except for the Conciliator's Duelist. And the Fields of Strife helps us to splash for the that thing. +1/+0 and indestructible. 4 damage target creature, surveil 1. Ooh. There's also a Fire Singer. I'm gonna take this card for now, in case we're supposed to pivot to red-white. I don't think we can play red-white splashing black to still play the Conciliator's Duelist, but the Unsettled Mockery is also something we could splash for. It's like 4 damage target creature, surveil 1, right? We'll put that there. Let's see, there's a Sneering Shade Rider. The Dust Speaker enters, put a 1/1 counter on target creature control, exile to 1 target card from a graveyard, and it's a 5 mana, 3/4 that puts a 1/1 counter on something, and it's flying. That's actually not bad as a 5-drop. Sneering Shade Rider. I think I like this a little more than this. This doesn't technically target with the spell, but I think I like that a fair amount. 4/5 Reach Haste. This one's okay. This one I like a lot. I don't know why that's so low rated. The Elemental Mascot. The Encouraging Aviator is probably the best card here, but I don't think we're playing that. I will take it though. Rehearsed Debater seems fine. There's also a Landscape Painter and a Shopkeeper's Bane. It's a pest. Yeah, I'll take the Rehearsed Debater. Let's see. Stone Docent or an Imperious Ink Mage. I think I take the 2-drop here over the 3/3 Vigilance. And Island can go on the sideboard. All right, so what we got? We got Blech. We got Primary Research. We got another Lorehold Charm. The other Lorehold Charm did not wheel. There is a pull from the grave, but with Osteomancer in this format, I feel like this loses a lot of value. Interjection's interesting. Blech is actually the best card here, I feel, but let's see. At the beginning of end step, if a card left your graveyard this turn, draw a card. We have 2 Summon Dromedaries, and as well as a Killian's Confidence, which both leave our graveyard to draw us a card, right? So that's like 3 things right there that we can repeatedly get back from our graveyard to draw us a card. So it might be crazy, but I think I'm going to take the Primary Research. And it does feel like we might just be not a red-black deck, but a red-white deck? We'll see. There's Quandrix, the proof. Requisition Raid, destroy target artifact, destroy target enchantment. Put a 1/1 counter on each creature target player controls. That's interesting. Is that better than, like, There's another one of these Strixhaven Sky Coaches. There's a Shattered Acolyte, which we do need like 2 drops. Do I just take another Sky Coach? I feel like the Sky Coach is like so good, but it's a 3, and we need 2s, right? We have a Stone Dawson and a Repel Calamity. I feel like we need 2s. There's also a Terramorphic Expanse. There's another Unsubtle Mockery. I think I'm going to take the Shattered Acolyte. I was thinking about taking the Requisition Raid, but like, Acolyte kind of does the same thing, but also it's like a 2/2 body with lifelink, and we need to get in early, right? So let's just take the Shattered Acolyte. This also looks like a Lorehold creature, not necessarily a... I mean, it can go both ways, right? Another Stone Docent. Descent. Haste. The center is prepared. Destroy target non-basic land. Jesus Christ, this is a really... I can't say... Exile card. If you do, it deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. That's like, you maybe take one of those. This might be the pivoting point, right? Where we take the Artisan instead of like, and maybe fully pivot to like red-white. Because like this Maelstrom Artisan is like, it just outright destroys a non-basic land. They don't get to search for another. So like if they have like a Field of Strife or something, you just like destroy it. If they have any of the rare land cycle from this format, you just destroy it, right? Disdainful Stroke's not for us. There's a Rapturous Moment. That's interesting. I'm going to take the Maelstrom Artisan, and we'll see where that goes. There's a Flashback. That's interesting, but I don't think that's for us. Social Snub. This is the both player sacrifice. There's an Eager Glyph Mage. This is a pretty good card, actually. 3/3 makes a 1/1 flyer, right? There's also a Forum of Amity. I don't know if I necessarily want Flashback. I'll take the Eager Glyph Mage. What is this? Wander off, exile target creature, or Potioner's Trove. Manolith, right? Heated Argument. I don't think we want that yet. I'd rather have the Wander off even, I feel. I'll take the Glyph Mage, though. It's another 4, which I'm not big thrilled with. End of the hunt. Target opponent exiles creature planeswalker with the greatest mana value. That seems not bad, actually. Ancestral Anger. There's also a Rancorous Archaic, which is a 2/2 trample reach that gets a +1/+1 counter for each mana spent to cast it. It feels like our sleight of hand. It feels like what we're trying to do has dried up significantly. I don't know if we're taking the Ancestral Anger. This seems fine and constructed, but what we're doing right now, not necessarily. There's a TAM. It's a late TAM. We're so far away from playing TAM, I'm even going to take out the blue card. I'll take the end of the hunt. Oh, here we go. Nita. Whenever you cast a spell you don't own, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. What? Sacrifice another creature, exile target, instant or sorcery from an opponent's graveyard. You may cast it this turn. Mana of any type can be spent to cast a spell. If a spell will be put into a graveyard, exile it anyway. Instead, activate only as a sorcery. Are we back, boys? Folks, are we back? This is... Cast a spell you don't own, put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control, and you start exiling cards from your opponent's graveyard. We're going to want token makers then. We also have Summon Dromedary, which we can sacrifice to that effect. So yeah, let's take Nita. There's a Leech Collector. Each opponent loses 2 life whenever you gain life for the first time each turn. I don't know how many times we're going to activate that, right? So even though we need 2s, I feel like we can take the Fields of Strife. I'm going to put this here. We're going to splash for red for Fields of Strife and possibly Unsubtle Mockery. I do think that we're in black-white currently. Primary research only goes for mana value 3 or less for the resurrection, right? Yeah, here's the Scolding Administrator, Repartee. And whenever you put a 1/1 counter, when this creature dies, if it had counters, put those on up to 1 target creature. I think that's great. Wouldn't mind the Burrow Banemaker, but realistically, the Inkling Mascot's probably... It gains flying until end of turn. We're taking that 2-drop, whatever. Pull from the grave. That's 2 creatures from the graveyard. There's a Tackle Artist. Cast an instant or sorcery. There's also an Archaic's Agony. Target creature. That's not good. Top card of your library equal to the excess damage. I'm going to take Pull from the grave, but we're probably not playing it. There's a Teacher's Pest. God, those cards are so annoying. Forum of Amity is probably just better than Masterful Flourish for us, so I'm going to take the Forum of Amity. Pull from the grave number 2 or nothing. Yeah, we'll take that. Social Snub. This is the each player sacrifices a creature. Each opponent loses a life and you gain a life. I'll take that. That seems fun. Actually, kind of rude. Ancestral Anger or Spectacle Summit. I'll take the Spectacle Summit, actually. Efflorescence into the side. All right. Moment of Reckoning. Okay, listen. Last time I, Stirring Honormancer, I don't think is it. Last time I tried, I started off early in black-white. This got past me very early. Choose up to 4. Destroy target non-land permanent. You can choose the same mode more than once. Destroy up to destroy target non-land permanent or return a target non-land permanent from your graveyard to the battlefield. Seems good, actually. Another Duty Beyond Death. Cheerful Osteomancer seems okay. And we probably want cards like Adventurous Eater because it has that prepared function. You gain a life, put a counter on target creature, right? I don't even know if I want Honormancer. I guess it does replace itself and fills the yard for, like, that card. I don't know. It's one of those. What's this? The Spirit Caller seems okay. Sundering Archaic. Put target card from a graveyard on the bottom of its owner's library. Is that good? What is this? Borrowed Knowledge. Discard your hand, draw cards equal to the number of cards in target opponent's hand, or discard your hand, then draw cards equal to the number of cards discarded this way. Maybe Sundering Archaic's good? And mana value less than or equal to the number of colors of mana spent to cast this creature. I think I should be careful and just take Spirit Call Enthusiast. We are going to want some removal, though. I guess maybe the Archaic was the removal. Oh, wow, here's another Conciliator's Duelist. There's a Transcendent Archaic. There's a Render Speechless. There's a Last Grasp, which I would like. I'm going to take the Duelist. I feel like we're fighting somebody else for black-white, but I think that Duelist is a nice 2-for-1. And I feel like removal gets worse the more 2-for-1s your opponent has, right? Like, oh yeah, the Dromedary dies to Last Grasp, and then you get it back. Then it dies again, and then you get it back, then you get it back, then you get it back. Yeah, I'm going to take the Duelist, though. Because that's just, like, rude. Ink-Shaped Demonstrator. You cast an instant or sorcery. This creature gains +1/+0 and lifelink. That's okay. There's an Inkling Mascot. That's probably what we need to take. What is this? Molten Note. In total mana, untap all creatures you control. Target creature equals to the amount of mana spent to cast a spell. And it has flashback. We do need removal. I'm going to take the Molten Note. Requisition Raid, stand up for yourself. There's an Elite Interceptor. That's great, I feel. Form Necroscribe. Whenever you cast an instant, turn target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Elite Interceptor is like one of the best commons in the format. It might even be like a B+ level common. I wouldn't mind either Stand Up For Yourself or Forum Necroscribe. I do feel like we have a lot of removal, and I think that this is like just a fine creature that can target a thing, as well as drawing you a card. And sometimes it removes a blocker, right? Let's see. Eager Glyph Mage seems good. Stone Docent doesn't sound that great to get here. Pursue the Past, discard a card if you do draw 2. We have a lot of 4s, don't we? Stargaze. Maybe we just take the Stone Docent. Gain 2 life, Surveil 1. I think we have some... No, I didn't take that 2-drop that, like, helps you drain. I'm still going to take the Stone Docent. Docent? Whatever it's pronounced. There's an Inkling Mascot. There's also a Rancorous Archaic. There's an Ajani's Response. Destroy target creature. What are we looking at in terms of removal? I feel like we might want the Ajani's Response, actually. Yeah, let's take the Ajani's Response for now. I don't think we need this. This is only sometimes a flyer. It does Surveil, though. But it's only sometimes a flyer, right? Zombifi's here, Cost of Brilliance. I will take a Forum of Amity. I will take Stirring Honormancer Wield. There's also a Cheerful Osteomancer. X number of creatures you control. Put one of those cards in your hand, the rest in your graveyard. Cheerful Osteomancer, 4/2 or a 4/5. That for essentially the same price. Okay. Stone Docent, or discard. No, I'll take the Stone Docent. Probably pitching it though. Interjection or Biblioplex Tomekeeper. I'll take the Interjection, but we're likely not playing it. Inkling Mascot did wheel. I'll take one, I guess. I don't know. Requisition Raid. Remember we were talking about taking one of those earlier? Probably not playing it, though. I'm just gonna be perfectly honest. I think we might want to cut the Glyph Mage here. Let's see. Senate Dust Speaker. We have a lot of 5s too. Sneering Shade Rider. Sure, I'll take that. We got some work to do, folks. We are Mardu. We're splashing red. We have a lot of tap lands, but it's okay. I think that this is a slower deck, right? So this thing is like, hey, I'll take that one out. Okay, so I think we're a slower deck. Let me look at this in terms of like creatures. I do think I cut Interjection. I don't think I care for it. Requisition Raid seems interesting. I don't know how many artifacts and enchantments matter in this format. If this was best of 3, I think this would have been a better card. Social Snub looks interesting. Unsubtle Mockery. Okay, so here we go. We have to take our removal suite and put it someplace. And I'm going to put that here. Johnny's Response. We don't need 2 pull from the graves. And the hunt is everybody sacrifice. And Social Snub is everybody sacrifice. Let's see. Repel Calamity is also removal. Then there's Killian's Confidence, which we need to get the deck to keep moving. All right, so Requisition Raid out. Maelstrom Artisan out. Pull from the grave. I don't know how I feel about that. We have a lot of high mana value cards with Colossus of the Blood Age and Moment of Reckoning. So I do believe we actually play all 17 lands, right? We have 17 lands right there. There's a primary research. Let's see. I look at the put one of those cards in your hand, the rest in your graveyard. That's a 2-for-1, right? And then we have like a lot of cards that just get stuff back from our graveyard, like the Dromedary gets itself back, the primary research gets itself back, gets something back, the Killian's Confidence gets something back, right? So, oh, and then Moment of Reckoning gets up to 4 things back, which likely we're just going to destroy a bunch of their creatures first. 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, you gain 2 life. That's like the opposite of a divination, right? All right, so now we got to look at the other things. Wait, this is... Oh, I got this. Okay, so whenever 1 or more tokens enter, you control enter, this creature becomes prepared. What are we doing to make tokens? I don't think we have anything aside from Eager Glyph Mage, and I'm about to cut this because we actually don't have... All right, so Sneering Shade Rider can leave. We don't need another 5-drop, and we don't need one that's that, like, middling. I didn't realize I got this Spirit Call Enthusiast. Okay. Yeah, we only have like 1 card that really gets a token into play. Repel... I do think we have too many removal spells, though. I think we can cut Unsubtle Mockery, and we'll just keep it to this snub response. And then Molten Note can get rid of 2 creatures if we hit 8 mana later on in the game, which I think is fine, and it scales with the game. Oh, and Moment of Reckoning is like another removal spell. This is technically a creature, right? The Strixhaven Sky Coach, but it just helps us. Yeah, it searches for the basic land, puts it in our hand, then we shuffle. I think that this is a little underrated. A 3 mana, 3/2 artifact creature. It reminds me of Pilgrim's Eye, but like it's probably better. I feel like it's better than Pilgrim's Eye just based on stats. I don't remember what Pilgrim's Eye looks like anymore. Haha. Let's see. I think our creature suite's fine, which means that we need to cut other things. Is it primary research? I feel like this is our card draw engine, which means maybe I just get rid of Pull from the Grave. 2 creature cards from your graveyard to your hand, you gain 2 life. Let's get rid of that. This is probably a big ask to cast this, but at the same time, oh, guys, don't you just want to pull it off? Come on. So yeah, I guess we cut primary research. It doesn't seem great, right? We'll cut that. And we have how many creatures? 18, 19. Yeah, I think we can get rid of Debater and Glyph Mage just to have a better curve. All right, so let's do that. Debater, Glyph Mage. Wait, no, not Debater. Sorry. Enthusiast. We'll put back the Debater. How many creatures is that? Debater, come back. 3/3 Vigi. You cast an instant sorcery that targets a creature. This creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. We'll put you back. That's 41 cards. Or 1 over. YOLO. Let's head into our first match, but before we get into that, you, dear viewer, please, if you've been enjoying me, want to yell at me in the comments, please feel free to do so. But while you're there, please also hit that thumbs up button, possibly. Maybe it really helps out creators such as myself to encourage us, as well as to help us with this unruly YouTube algorithm. But with that having been said, I think I can keep this. I would like a black source, he said, and then he gets Shattered Acolyte. I think I'm going to play the Acolyte first. Let's see what they play. Okay. Oh my god, a Prismari Charm would have murdered 2 docents. Woo. Let's Acolyte here. I would like a black source game, come on. Okay, so we can just attack with this, actually. Another docent, okay. Yep. Exile this card from your graveyard, gain 2 life, surveil 1, activate only as a sorcery. Missed a land drop. A black source would have been great there. What is this Tide Caller? Instant sorcery spell, target player mills 3 cards. Oh, that's very bad for us. That is very bad for us, actually. Oh, come on! Alright. They had 2 Prisma Charms, and they milled us with 3 cards. Okay. That's great, actually. Next, I'm gonna attack, and then I'm gonna play Social Snub. Just to force everybody to sack everything. Yep. Take action. They lose their board. Now if they play only 1 creature, I end of the hunt them. Okay. What does this do? Interesting. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I can't let them have that. We make them exile that. And then I'm going to Stone Docent here to Surveil, gain 2 life, activate as a sorcery. Especially because I don't want this right now. I want lands. Okay, Nita. I'm going to play this to get a land, actually. If they have a counterspell, this is probably... Sure. Thunder Drum... What? What are you? Excuse me? Soloist. Alright, Reach. When you cast an instant or sorcery, it deals 1 damage. If 5 or more, this deals 3 damage instead. Okay. Here we go. I hope they don't have another Prismari Charm just to like ping this and ping me and then have the Thunder Drum Soloist also ping me. I just want to trade this for that. Wow, a Stress Stream. Okay. Rude. Rude, but also fair, right? Like, I don't actually mind that because that's a better removal spell than what they put into it. You know what I mean? Okay, so we got that. I'm gonna Docent. And then I'm going to Killian's Confidence to draw a card here. That's pretty good, actually. We do want to eventually hit, like, the 7 mana mark. Which means that this is probably the best time to actually Stirring Honormancer now. Dawning Archaic. Okay. That is a big boy. Wait. Oh, shit. It's +1/+1 until end of turn, draw a card. Oh, boy. Okay. I have to pay mana for it. Oh, jeez. Okay. From an opponent's graveyard. So none of these are it, actually. That means we got to take this 7, which means they're going to get the Stress Stream off. I'm going to play this still. Look at the top two. Repel Calamity. Thank you. No attacks here. They're going to attack with this. They're going to get to free cast. Probably Stress Stream to kill this. And then I chump here. And then I Repel Calamity next turn. If they're tapped out. Diary of Dreams. One less to activate for each page counter. This is the first time I've seen that card. Okay. When you cast an instant or sorcery. Yep. So they're going to cast one for free here. And it's without paying the mana cost. So they're probably going to get Stress Stream because that's a 2-for-1. 5 damage to something. Wait, what? If you do, it deals 2 to that. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. I have to chump block here, though, because I have to kill that in response. Or not in response. I have to, Repel Calamity that. Yep. That's rude. Please tap out. Cast something else that's stupid. Beginning of your first ad. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I'll play this. I'm gonna repel this Calamity. And then we're gonna play Nita. If we hit one more land, I can clear their board off and also bring back the big guy and... I don't know. The Acolyte, maybe? I feel like we might need to bring back the Acolyte, if only to blast open the Diary of Dreams. I guess we'll see, right? 4/5 body on this board's pretty good, and... Resonating Loot, what does that do? Lands you control have add 2 mana. Draw a card, 7 or more cards in hand. Okay. Does this work? Destroy, destroy, revive, revive. Oh, it's destroy target non-land permanent, so I could destroy, destroy, destroy. And then revive one thing. 2, 3, because I don't want them to have that loot. And then this. 1, 2, 3. And then we bring back the Stirring Honormancer. Get another card. The other one goes in the graveyard, so we're going to get the 2/2, and then that can come back whenever. I could have got that back. Ayo. Exhibition Tidecaller number 2. Wow. That's funny. Okay. Alright, so we're gonna send this in. I will auto pay for this. We'll play this. Actually, do we just play the Duelist? Draw a card, each player loses a life. Let's play this. It's a 4/3. And I guess I'll set up my next draw. Gain 2 life as well. Molten Note, into the yard. Held on, view battlefield. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. View browser. You know what? Let's leave that on top, because I can use that to, like, kill this and then that. Untap all creatures you control. Because I am a little worried about their Exhibition Tidecaller too. Right? Yep. Okay. That I think they're going to try to use to dig themselves out of this. Killian's Confidence. We have 12 cards left in our deck. Okay. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, I'll auto pay for this. And then I think I do Molten Note here for 3. Oh, it's for 5. It's equal to the amount of mana spent to cast the spell. Oh, okay. 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 Each of your turns from your hand without paying its mana cost. Good game. I mean, that was interesting. They're like, here, look at this, and it's like, cool. Cool. Also, is that the Thunder Conductor? Alright, hold on. View battlefield. Zephi and the Tempest. I think that's Zephi Thunder Conductor, right? I made it out of the Commander product and into the main set with his band. Okay. But this card is terrible if you do not have a follow-up to this, right? Like, if they had a removal spell, this probably would have been backbreaking, right? That said, also it being a 5/7, that's wild. Do they have anything that I could have grabbed to kill it with? No, right? Stress Stream wouldn't have killed it off. And neither would the Charms. So yeah, we had to just throw Mental Note at Molten Note. Sorry, not Mental Note, Molten Note. Leave match. Here's our next opponent. We're 1-0 going into round 2 with Mardu Reanimator. Okay, we've got a Repel Calamity. We have okay mana. One more land allows us to play this to hit our 4th land so that we can play something. I'll keep this. Repel Calamity is not a great removal spell early, though. But Elite Interceptor is a way to draw a card, so that's good. Okay. Gonna attack with it. I'm gonna play the tap land and Siggo. Strixhaven Sky Coach is the next play that we have here. Wow, and the hunt. Okay. Next. Okay. Opponent's just... And they're black-white. I'll take action. We have all of our sources, so I'm gonna get another... black source? Hedge our bets on getting another land to play either... Oh, to play Conciliator's Duelist, rather. If they play a creature here, and the hunt is probably going to be backbreaking. And if it's a really big creature, we could just Repel Calamity. You're kidding. You're kidding. Oh my god. I'm going to play this for now. And end our turn there. That's a premium removal spell. Sure, Honor-Bound Page. Let's see. Do I care about this? Not really, right? So I think what we do here is, do we have... Play this. We have one creature, so this is a... Draws us a card, essentially. Which is neat. I'm not going to attack here. End turn. Because we'd just be trading 3 for 3. Third creature gets +1/+0 and gains flying until end of turn. Repel Calamity. Actually... You know what? Yeah, actually, I'm going to do this. And the reason why I'm going to do this is I'm not going to block, but if they have another removal spell, I'd rather them throw it at the Sky Coach. No blocks. Okay. Let's see. Can we cast this and the other thing? No, we can't. Okay. Do we end the hunt here? Or do I just play the Dust Speaker? You know what? I could just play this, right? And it drains the opponent for 3. I don't think we play that now, though. This has first strike. You know what? Screw it. End the hunt. Exile that. We're going to play the Docent. Gonna get a little aggro here. I don't want to play out the Colossus just yet. And I feel like Repel Calamity is good against something else, right? Opponent's not doing much of anything except taking a beating. Alright, if they play something massive, we just Repel Calamity it. But I think we have this in the bag. They're dead to 2 turns of the Strixhaven Sky Coach. Tenured Concoctor. You can have your card. Yeah. That was just a bunch of like, I'm not gonna do nothing. They must have had a very bad opener. Because they didn't play anything until like, what, turn 4? Oh no, they bitter triumphed my 1-drop. Then they repel calamity'd my, they didn't play a creature till turn 4 though. Yeah, honor-bound page. That's unfortunate. Leaf match. Hey, we're ready for round 3, it seems. We're 2-0 going into round 3. Playing Mardu Reanimator. We have perfect mana. We could start off with a Scolding Administrator. Our opponent has mulliganed. That's great for us. I'm going to play the Administrator first, because it's evasive and a threat. So yeah, tap land. They got a 1/1 with increment. Okay. Let's see. Pay X when you do increment. Okay. You know what? Actually, here, have this. Because if they want to trade, I'll trade. Nothing there. Okay. I'll play this 2-drop. And this allows us to... I'm going to hold off on playing the mountain, but this allows me to play the Conciliator's Duelist. Barrage. Okay. Alright. Yep. They're probably not moving any tokens around. Seems fine. Oh, are they going to make it bigger? Run behind. I don't care for this, so that's not very important here. I will play this and the Duelist. Each player loses a life, but I draw a card. And if they do want to trade, I will trade. Yep. And if they have something, they have something. Okay. It already got us value. Alright, so they might have counter magic here. In which case, I actually don't care, because I'm going to play the Dromedary. So if they counter it, I just put it back in my hand. They're like looking at it like, damn it. you could feel it, right? Okay. 2 instants and or sorceries. Fine. Tester of the Tangential. Okay. We're close to this, actually. So let's see. We'll play this. I think I could play this and this. I think we just do this. Put a 1 counter on target another target creature you control. Now let's do this. Another. It's another. It is another. Exile 1 target card from a graveyard. I'll exile that thing. Run behind, sure. That's fine, actually. I don't mind drawing that. Fractal Mascot. Wow, that's a big boy. Draw land? No, okay. Oh, that's right. I knew I wasn't going to draw land. I could play both if I do this. All right, so let's get... Do we need a white source? We do. Let's get a white source. Take action. White source. Play the Dromedary. Next. Exile a card from your opponent's graveyard. And end turn. So we're going to do the Moment of Reckoning thing. We're going to get back these 2. We're going to kill these 2. If they fire this removal spell off, that's great for me, actually. But I hope that they tap out here. Is it an instant? It is an instant. Opponent's thinking about it, too. They're like, do I just kill this? Go for it. Do it. Come on. X equals 2. Okay. 8, 8. Do we absorb some of this? I think we have to, especially because we can just get that back. Sure. Resolve. So we have to hope that their last card is not a counterspell. Because the counterspell in this format is like 1 in a blue if it targets a non-creature. Destroy, destroy, return, return. Return. And return. Oh, they didn't have a counterspell. Exile a card from their yard. I'll get rid of that. I have a feeling. And we could play a Plains, but I'm not going to. We don't really need to right now. And if we draw the... What is this? 3/3. Okay, create a 1/1. Alright. Oh, they might have, what's it? Overconfidence again? Or not overconfidence, barrage. Procrastinate. Sure. Okay. Think we attack with this? Hold on. Cast an instant or sorcery spell that targets a creature, exile up to 1 creature, and turn that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Exile this. Okay. They're over it. They're like, damn it! Because I was going to get back my creature as a 3/4 flyer. And then they're just sort of like, do I block this? I have nothing else in my hand. If I block this, I can't make a fractal. But if they hit me, they get that card back. And then I believe after that, I guess we still Molten Note this, right? Because I don't think I can let them have this. Number of differently named lands they control. I guess it would have just made a 4-mana 2, or sorry, a 5-mana 2/2, and that taps this down, so that's not even good. Yeah, leave match. Here's our next opponent. We are 3-0 going into round 4 with Mardu Reanimator. I think it's Repartee. I don't even know if I have a card that has it on the... Ooh, okay, so this is actually fine, right? 2 of these is fine. Our opponent's mulliganing. We have technically perfect mana, a 2-drop, a removal spell, and 2 4-drops that... Sometimes I kind of wish that these remain in the deck, because if we mill them out, we can always just get them back later. But this is fine. Is it our opponent going first? They are. Okay. Social Snub. Oh boy. Okay. As much as it pains me to do it like this, I think I have to play that first. Each player sacrifices a creature of their choice. Okay. Tome Blast is unfortunate. Play this. Control a creature, you may copy this spell. They play a big thing? Yeah. Pass. Oh, wait, I can repel that. And I think it's correct to repel that, if only because this allows us to play the 4/3. That then, if they play 2 creatures here, we can Social Snub and make them sacrifice both, right? This thing makes all of their removal spells really bad. Okay. Let's see. Doing it again. Now this presents a really interesting situation where if they play another big creature or if they start removing cards from their graveyard, ooh, rude. Rude! Surveil 1, okay. But the Spirit Mascot is like one of the better 2-drops in the red-white deck, if only because I will block. Yep, okay. Huh. Do I kill that now? No, let's attack. Again, we pick this up, put that in our hand, and we play the Scolding Administrator. I'm waiting for them to play another creature. I want them to play another real creature. Sure. Sure. Okay. Play this. 4/3 draw a card. Play a land, so now we can play the Colossus of the Blood Age. Pigment Wrangler, okay. Let's see. Enters prepared. Copy that spell. I am going to attack first. Actually, if I kill the Pigment Wrangler, I can bounce the Conciliator's Duelist and draw another card. 1, 2. We pay... yeah, it's the amount of mana spent to cast a spell, so we just pay 4. And then we bounce this. Kill that. And then we don't give them a target for this thing. This comes back. We draw a card. Mm-hmm. A Stone Docent, okay. Okay. Ooh. I think we do trade here. Okay. And now we do the, it's in a Johnny's response to attacked creature. I think we do this and then Social Snub and we sacrifice both. Or we sacrifice our creature. Take action. Because our opponent has far less cards in hand than we do, but they have to lose their board. Let's fix our next draw. I like Nita. I will keep Nita. Opponent's looking for something to do. Yep. Fix their next draw. Empty-handed. Alright. And next. End turn. Just gonna start playing the dromedaries. Okay. Interesting. I don't think we need this. Or I don't think we need to play the planes, so I'm just going to hold on to it, especially because we have Colossus of the Blood Age. We're playing against the red-white deck. So if they attack with this and they do something froggy, like have a combat trick, we can Johnny's response it, right? These summon dromedaries, though, are going to be such a pain for our opponent to deal with that, yep, I see that they're over it. They also know that we have a pocket removal spell in the graveyard. I'm going to say, before we leave this match, Molten Note, probably one of the best versions of this type of card I think we've seen in a while. It's a good early game removal spell, right? Sometimes you just pay 2 to kill a small creature. Sometimes it scales with the game. And then you get the flashback later on to just like do 8 to something. That card's great. I've been really liking these dromedaries too. Leaf match. Here's our next opponent. We are 4-0 going into round 5 with Mardu Repartee. It actually feels more like Mardu Lorehold. This seems fine. Would like to draw some more lands. Play a tap land first. Yep, we got a 2, a 3. All right. Opponent didn't do anything. I'm going to play the 2 first. Yeah, we can play the Conciliator's Duelist on curve if we hit another thing. I see. Feel a land card or a card with X in its mana cost. That's pretty good. We don't get to attack here either. I'll play the Docent here. No attacks. Because this Paradox Surveyor is just a 3/3. Tam, eh? Okay. Alright, Tam. Why didn't they play the land that they... Okay, whatever. Play this. I'll play the Duelist here, actually. Right? Do we play the Duelist, or do we play the Debater? I'll play the Duelist here because they're tapped out, and I'd like to draw a card. We could get in with the Docent, but I don't think we're attacking here. No attacks. I'd rather save that for a trade, right? Okay, that becomes prepared. Cuboid Colony. Oh, see, they're doing the thing, right? So they're gonna... That becomes a 2/2 flyer. That draws them a card, right? Yup. Okay. I will play this. I'm gonna attack with the 3/1. Keep the Debater, or rather, yeah, play the Debater. I actually don't mind that dying because we have one, we have another one too. We have Moment of Reckoning, right? Fractal Mascot. Okay. That's a large lad. Yep, 3 in the air. Okay. Administrator, Stirring Honormancer. Well, this can stay there. Another Duelist is probably not great for us, but I'm gonna take the End the Hunt because that gets rid of their Fractal Mascot. No attacks right now. At the very least, it gets rid of their Fractal Mascot, right? And it's probably best that I play it like that. Deep Sight, yep. They're getting a lot of value. This attacks, this definitely, well, this likely attacks. If they have a fight spell, that's gonna suck. Yep. I'm gonna double block, see what happens. If they have another trick, you know, whoopsie. Okay. Alright, so, let's see. That's only a 2, so let's cast End of the Hunt. So they lose their Tam. Yep. And then they have this much, so I don't want to cast a non-creature spell. Oh, I'm going to attack first, just to regain some life. Auto pay for that. Okay. And then I'm going to get this Inkling Mascot down, I believe. Okay, Spellbook Seeker. I have a 4/4 flyer with Careful Study Loot for 2. Looting's pretty good here. I'm assuming that's, like, this is where they pitch, like, any amount of lands that they just didn't want. I'm surprised they haven't played, like, one of those, hey, here's a... I guess they did play the big boy, right? The Fractal Mascot. I'm surprised they didn't play any of the X spells. Okay, and that gets another land out of the deck, which is pretty good for them. Yep. Bong. Okay, so that's another Summon Dromedary. I'm going to play the Administrator first, then I'm going to cast Killian's Confidence. Targeting this thing. This gets us to Surveil. Unfortunately, the Dromedaries are in our hand, and unfortunately, we have white, black, black. I need the land, so I'm going to leave that there. Because I want to be able to Moment of Reckoning. Okay, play that. Attack with this. Aww. That's cute. Okay, play this. Surveil 1. Oh, like it's not bad. It prevents me from... Oh! Oh, are we dead? We are dead. Ah, we're dead. Good game. Good game. Yeah, attack with both. Okay. No, that's cool. Oh man, all right. So that was probably the perfect play from them because it prevented us from going up in life, which we kind of needed at that point. So yeah, view battlefield. We did need to go up a little bit in life, and unfortunately, them bouncing this prevented us from going to like, I think it would have put us at 11, which means that we would have been at 3 now. Unfortunate. Leave match. Ah, here's our next opponent. We're 4-1 going into round 6 with Mardu Lorehold Silver Quilling. We don't have... Ooh, 2 tap lands. We don't have I can keep this, actually. I would have liked to have started with, like, a 2 drop, but also, like, we're playing 2 tap lands. Yeah, okay. We could play this as a 3 to get another land. Opponent's not doing anything. Just hit another land. We're gonna social snub now. I could have played Stone Docent and like waited for them to get anything. Vigilance, cast an instant or sorcery that targets a creature. Okay. Create a 1/1. Alright, so we play this. Huh. Docent. And Acolyte. Because they could turn this into a 4/4 and I'd rather just trade for it. Okay. Wow. That's a problem. Oh, thank you. Yeah, let's do it like that. And if they have a combat trick, that's unfortunate. Oh, wow, okay. Wait. Trample Vigil. Oh, because of the... okay. Let's see. If I play this... Drain them. Okay, next. No attacks. End turn. Yep. Oh boy. I miscalculated, so I guess I should have double blocked it. All right. That was a rookie mistake. Jesus Christ. They're just going so big in the air. Oh my god. I'm dead if I don't block, so I have to block. Yeah. Oh boy. Alright, so we're just like dead, right? Yeah, we are. Good game. Wow, that was fast. And it all was because of this 2/2 that became a... Jesus. A 4/4. My god, they're doing this thing, the repartee thing, better than we are. Maybe the correct thing was to actually play out the docent first, and then like waited a turn to get the possible sacrifice. No, because then they immediately targeted the social snub out. Yeah, I don't know. Leave match. Ah, here's our next opponent. We are 4-2. Just took 2 very, very swift, decisive losses. We're 4-2 going into round 7. I think that this is okay. Yeah, we can keep this, and we're going first, which is a plus. I'm gonna play the Scolding Administrator first because it has the evasion. So hopefully we can just like attack past. Draw land. That's great. They have priority, which tells me that they might have like opt. Is opt in this set? I feel like the blue card spell is probably just like... Is it a bounce spell? Is it like... God, I'm trying to think. What are the bounce spells in this format? The one in the main set's like one in a... Dismember! Wow! Okay! They thought about that too. They were like, should I dismember? Alright, flow state. Okay. Okay. Docent. The docent is decent. We could use some more plays. We have our 4th land here. Our opponent's at 16. And it also looks like they're blue-black. That's not a... Okay. All right. It's not a supported archetype, I will say. What do you do? That's the jump thing? Okay. Pell Calamity. I could kill that, right? With confidence. Let's do this. Draw a card. Let's see if they want to trade. Yep. Now we have Social Snub. Or Repel Calamity if they play something like Massive. Oh, are we just passing? Okay. Our mana's pretty, I want to say toxic here. A 2/3 Flash Flyer, alright. With Vigilance and Exile a thing. Sure. Then return it. Okay, so they're not going to be immune to this Social Snub that I'm going to cast unless they have 2 creatures to play. Harmonized Trio. Okay. Wait, what is this again? Draw 3. Oh, okay. This creature becomes prepared. Let's do this. You may copy this spell. I'm copying it. Just get rid of their board. Each opponent loses a life, you gain a life, so we drain them for 2. We sacrifice a creature, they sacrifice 2 creatures. No, each player sacrifices a creature. So, like, this is kind of fun, actually. I wonder if they're going to try it. Okay. No? Alright. Another white source gets us Conciliator's Duelist. That's pretty good. Oh, I think they're blue-green. They really needed that. Okay. Repel Calamity. There we go. I keep getting these Dawsons. They can make a 3/3 here. I don't think Emil's particularly good. It looks like they're holding up counter magic. Ooh. Or maybe they just have punch spell. I will block if they attempt to come in. Okay. And I think this would warrant counter magic. Quandrix Charm. There you go. Okay. Play this. Want to dig for a land. That's perfect. No attacks here. I don't want to leave it open. I think we have more resources than they do. And so I just want to... Shared Roots. Okay. They got a forest, so they don't have a 4th color. They can activate this for 4. Okay. Play this. Yep. A Jan's Response. Now they can activate this. Yep. That's only a 3/3 though. Oh, it does have trample, which is of concern. Do we block it? I feel like we don't block that. I feel like we do not block that. Okay. Ah, it's target tapped creature. Okay. Send this in. Okay. They're making it 3-3. They are trading. They don't have double blue. So we're going to Lightning Helix them. Then get a 6/6. And now my opponent gets to look at my 6/6 and go, oh, that's large. This is where we can use Moment of Reckoning. I don't think we care enough about that. I think we just toss the Colossus at them. And if they, like, try to double block it, let's say. Yep. We can just Ajani's response one of them. We'll bounce this. Oh, if I bounce the token, it just dies. End turn. This comes back. I draw a card. Each player loses a life. Okay. They're like putting up a really good fight with this Emil. I will say that. I feel like Emil's too slow. I don't know. This does seem like a slower format. Terrafractal. Oh my god. I feel so bad. Opponent. Opponent. I'm so sorry. Opponent's like, do I block here? They tapped out for that massive Terrafractal just to watch me go, no. No. Now opponent's like, do I take this? Or do I go down to 5? I have a second turn here, so we're going to play the Elite Interceptor and the Rehearsed Debater. Oh. Then yeah, we'll take this back. And now we'll play the Rehearsed Debater. End turn. This comes back. Draw a card. Each player loses a life. Quick Study. Okay. We have a lot of removal spells in our hand. Yup. Environmental Scientist. Cool. That's pretty good, right? Alright, so we have a Molten Note to play. I'm gonna play this for 3. If I bounce this, they have no blockers, right? This is probably the best thing we can do here. Yep. We'll bounce that. But they're still dead. Yeah. Using this guy offensively is so screwed up. Like, sure, I'm gonna bounce your thing that when it enters the battlefield gets you another land, but also you're dead this turn. I think that that's great. And also, we had Killian's Confidence, so we could just, like, buff this guy, he gets buffed again, and then he bounces this. And, you know, like, they're still just, like, ultra mega dead, which is fantastic. We also had the Elite Interceptor, so I could have saved the Molten Note, right? And still got off the double bounce with the Conciliator's Duelist, as well as tapped something away. So, yeah, GG. Leave match. Ah, here's our next opponent. We are 5-2. Going into round, oh god, what's math? 8? We have perfect mana, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 4. I think this is great. We're gonna keep this. I guess we don't get to play the 2 if we play tap lands so that we can play the 3 on curve. Let's see what happens. Because also, like, if we draw another untapped land, We keep this. We can play the duelist on curve, and I think that that's fine. So yeah, let's just play tap lands. Unless it becomes clear that our opponent's playing like a very aggressive curve. Oh boy. Nope. I think they have an abrade. Is what it is. I think they have an abrade. Yeah, I sense an abrade. I sense an abrade. Or maybe burst lightning. No abrade. Okay. I think we're actually going to lead off with the dromedary and hold off on the duelist for a bit. Okay. What do you do when one or more cards leave your graveyard? Oh, just gonna snub. Decline. Just make them. Oh! We each sacrifice. Okay. I would like a land, actually. Whoops. We each sacrifice. I'm so dumb. I'm not a smart lad. I need to get rid of this, though, because if they have a lot of cards... If they remove a lot of cards from their graveyard, it ends up being very bad for me. I'm just going to play the dromedary. If they abrade it, that's fine. I don't care. If they exile it, because there is a 5 mana, 6 damage to target creature and exile it. I think that might be a sorcery. No, it's got to be an instant. That has to be an instant. There's no way they would print that at sorcery speed, right? Wilt in the Heat. Okay, they did have exile target creature at instant speed. Okay. Now is probably the time that we do this. And this. We have nothing to get back with Moment of Reckoning, though. No abrade. Okay, or maybe they just don't want to abrade anything we have. This was a good play against the, what's it called, though? To cast if one or more cards left the graveyard this turn. They aren't doing anything. I'm going to attack here. I'm trying to think of... Is there a board wipe? There might be. Holding off. If they're not going to play anything, I'm not going to play anything. Okay. I'm surprised that Stone Docent is not a, what's it called? Okay. I'm playing like they have interaction. They might not have any interaction. I'm surprised Stone Docent is not a, I'm gonna surveil. Is not a, an artifact creature. Ah, I could use that. Right? Yeah, I'll take that. Just gonna keep sending it, folks. They know that we kept whatever's on top. Yup. And I will play a land and pass, because they're not doing anything. Like, if they kill our debater, what's the worst that could happen, right? We don't really have anything to get out of our graveyard. Gain 2 life, surveil 1, activate as a sorcery. Okay, 1 less land. Sure. This is a 2-for-1, and this is a 2-for-1. This can also just, like, get spells out of their yard. Pass. I will surveil. Wow, they are hitting a lot of lands. And I don't think we want... if it's a creature, I'll take that, though. I will take that. I will take the interaction. I'm going to play this because it is a 2-for-1. But I'm not going to play the duelist. And also because if they have a board wipe, if there's a board wipe in white or red, It just gives us more targets for the Moment of Reckoning. Sure. Oh, come on, stop having that. Okay, so we draw a card here. Whatever. It's another Wilt in the Heat. Sure. Okay. And the hunt's interesting here. Alright, let me just attack him. They did have the Abrade. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2 creatures in the yard. Let's play this. Draw a card here. They're getting priority for something. So... yeah, I will play Nita. Do we need to play Nita? I don't think we do, right? End turn. I will hold on to this mountain, though. Because if we get the big 6/6, and then that dies, I can pitch the land to draw us a card. My turn. Submit 0. Draw a card. Wow. That happened immediately. Autopay. If I play this and then bounce this, I get another card and I drain them for 1. Is that worth doing? I get 2 cards actually. No, that's not worth doing. The problem is that it fills my hand up too much, so I guess I'd have to play another land. Okay. Yep. They're dead. Repel Calamity. So... they exile that. And then we tap the token. Oh no! We don't even have to tap the token. We could just exile it. It wouldn't return, you know. Waiting for the opponent, who might just be salt roping because... Lorehold Charm. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token artifact of their choice. This is a non-token artifact that we just never played. Colossus of the Blood Age. That's the thing that I was thinking about. It's a good thing we never slammed it. Hold on. Look at... Yeah. Rank up, whatever. Let me look at the battlefield. Okay, so they were holding on to Lorehold Charm for bring a 2-drop back, which they never put in the graveyard. Oh, they did, but they kept exiling them for the other thing. Creatures you control get +1/+1 and trample. See, that as a finisher can win you a game, right? I think that this is a very, very good card, but they just didn't have it, right? They exiled this from their graveyard, so they couldn't bring that back, like as a surprise play. And then I exiled this, so that was kind of funny. Yeah. Dunzo? Does this... targets a creature, exile up to 1 creature. Oh, that's right, because this card, End of the Hunt, doesn't target a creature. It targets an opponent. Okay. I was about to say, like, doesn't that trigger the repartee so I could bounce this? Because I know I had to cast this to trigger the repartee. That's such a good combo, too. Leave match. Here's our 9th and final opponent. We are 6-2. There are no more matches after this. We're playing Mardu Reanimator. That's what I'm calling it now. Screw it. This seems fine. I will keep this. We're going first. Land go. Repel Calamity's fine. Would like a... oh. Yep. We're not doing anything, so here's land. Opponent is 3 colors. We're 3 colors. Pest Mascot. Gain life, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Okay. Do you have... You don't. Okay. I'm going to play this. We're going to play the Dromedary. And if they gain life, we trade. If they don't, we always have Repel Calamity to get rid of Pest Mascot. They are looking at it like, But it's not a good trade in their favor. Blech! Okay, we have to Repel Calamity. Blech. I think we attack with the Dromedary. Because this is a pest, and this is a pest. I can't let them gain life. Ooh, okay. They had the Masterful Flourish. Okay, Sneering Songwriter. Oh my god. Yup. Do I just take the 8 here? No. Wait, no, we block more damage this way. We need to pull off Moment of Reckoning. Okay. These both do the same thing, except this has more toughness, so I will play this. End the Hunt. Seems good. That will get rid of their Sneering Shade Rider. I'm hoping they don't have that many more ways to gain life. They are also playing Islands. Mind Roots. Target player discards 2. So 1, 2. Mindful Biomancer. Sure. Gain life. Yep. Okay, gotta block this way. Block this way. Oh. That's so bad. Okay. I need to hit a land. Right? We might just be dead. Because this can only do 5. I can't just bring this back. We might just be dead. If I hit a black source, we might be okay. They would have to sacrifice that. No, we didn't. Okay, good game. Concede. Wow, they went super duper aggro with their plays, and it got over our much more middling game plan, right? Mind Roots, I don't know if this is a good card. I don't know if this is a good card, because it's a Mind Rot, right? I guess it technically has upside of, like, if your opponent pitches 2 lands, it's up to 1 land. If your opponent pitches a land, it ramps you as well, in a way, right? Maybe that's better in the Converge deck. This Masterful Flourish blew the hell out of me, though. I thought this was a 2-mana play. Whoopsie. And they were very patient with it. They didn't go like, I'll go for the block, Masterful Flourish, right? They weren't greedy at all. They just, they took the hit, and then they were like, all right, cool. I could take the hit because I'm going to gain so much more life. And they did. Sneering Shade Rider did exactly what it had to do, right? I think this is like a fine C. There was a format where there was like a 3/2 that I think drained you for 3 when it entered for 5 mana. That was a vampire. I'm forgetting which format it was. I think it was not Outlaws. The Wacky Races set. Aether Drift. I think it was an Aether Drift, and it ended up being very good because it could by itself trigger not start your engines. Well, maybe it had start your engines. But I think it pushed the speed limit up or whatever, however that mechanic is called. We got beat to hell, though. Holy crap. Opponent's deck looks like it just does the thing. Blech is very, very scary, actually. Especially if you're actually playing pest, bats, insects, snakes, and spiders. I believe the majority of the things that you'll see this putting tokens are on are pests, though. I don't think there's any bats. There might be an insect or two. Same thing for spiders. I don't know if there's any snakes. I don't know. Leave match. I hope you enjoyed this. I really enjoyed it. We drafted a Mardu value pile, right? Let's look at the deck again real quick. I do think that Moment of Reckoning is a little too slow, but at the same time, oh boy, 4-for-1. Like, even if it's like, you could just use it as a one-sided board wipe. You kill your opponent's 4 biggest creatures. You don't even have to get anything out of your graveyard. Granted, everything that was in this deck felt like a 2-for-1 between the Duelist, the Sky Coach, the Honormancer, the Dromedaries. These are just great. Let's see. The Docent's not so much. The Administrator is fine. Oh, and then the Molten Note, even though this is not a permanent, it is a 2-for-1, right? It kills 2 creatures, essentially. But it is kind of slow, right? It like most Fireball effects, it's kind of slow, you know? It has a better rate than a Fireball because it's the amount of mana, which I did not know when I first cast this. I thought you had to pay like, I thought it was X damage because I'm used to it being X damage. For it to be like equal to the amount of mana, that's very, I want to say very pushed, right? But then also flashback on top of it, that feels nice. What were we splashing for? Just the Colossus and the Molten Note, right? It's still said to take 4 red sources. That might have been a mistake. Maybe I should have taken out a mountain and put it in other planes. Now that I'm looking at it, because like we don't play Molten Note at like turn 2, right? We play it on like turn 5 or 6 to get rid of something big, and then again at 8, or we just mill it, which is fine. There was a lot of cards that we could get value from milling with Stirring Honormancer, like the Dromedary, like the... Oh my god, where are you? The Killian's Confidence, the... Moment of Reckoning just gets a bunch of things back, right? So there were a few things that was just like, well, if that goes in the graveyard, that's fine. I actually want that to be there. Elite Interceptor didn't really get a chance to shine, but it never felt like a bad card in our hand because it always kind of felt like, all right, we could just draw a card off of this, right? And then that'll be okay. Yes, sometimes you just draw a card off of it. But most of the time it's like, ooh, that's a 6/6. Get out of the way. Get out of the way so I can win. But between that and like Conciliator's Duelist and what else had an ETB that drew us a card? Stirring Honormancer or Strixhaven Sky Coach, right? Like, I mean, the Duelist itself, just bouncing something and then getting it back at the end of the turn was like pretty good. If you thought that this was pretty good, please like, share, and subscribe. It really helps me out. Please leave a comment. Tell me where I screwed up, where I should have accidentally, or not accidentally, where I should have countered their thing, or I should have saved my removal spell. Maybe I should have saved it for against Blech. No, Blech was just gonna like destroy us. That's unfortunate. Maybe it was more correct to like wait until their turn. I don't know. Anyway. Because then they played the 5-drop, so they wouldn't have had any mana. So then I could have killed the Blech, but then they would have still had the Giant Pest. I can't dwell on these things forever. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, tell your mom I said hi, tell your friends I say what's up. Leave a comment, hit the thumbs up button, ring the bell for notifications, do all the things, because YouTube is a cesspool, and they probably are not going to like that I even said that. Oh, gosh. But until next time, stay safe out there. Don't eat Yellowstone. And remember, if you're not here, you're dickless. Have a good night, folks.